Fables of La Fontaine. Education. Caesar and Laridon, his brother, both suckled by the same dear mother, sprang from an ancient royal race, right hardy in the toiling chase. Two masters sheared the noble brood, and one the kitchen, one the wood, made his home. Yet still the same, they both kept their former name. Place and custom altered them in their nature, not in limb. The one dog purchased by the cook, Laridon for title took. His brother to renown soon soars, slays by dozens stags and boars. Soon as Caesar he was known, and as wonderful was shown. But for Laridon none cared, or his children how they fared. So the turnspits spread through France, vulgar dogs that toil or dance, timid creatures as one sees Caesar's true antipodes. Time, neglect, and luckless fate make a race degenerate. Wise men's sons turn simpletons. Caesars become Laridons. Well, there you have it. What's this all about? Education. Well, basically, there were two dogs born in the same brood. The mother suckled them both. And these were wonderful royal dogs that were bred to be strong and hardy and able to work hard and to run hard. And two different people bought these dogs. So one, a cook, bought a dog and named him Laridon. Basically, Larry the dog. So Larry goes and works in the kitchen, and he becomes a turnspit. Now, what a turnspit was a type of dog that was used long ago, and his job was pretty much self-explanatory. A spit is like a stick that you put meat on, and you turn this meat over the fire at a constant pace, like a rotisserie chicken in modern times. And this keeps the juices in, it keeps the meat from burning, and cooks it evenly. Problem with this is it's a very tedious job, and it takes a long time. Because if it takes a few hours to cook this meat in the rotisserie way, somebody has to constantly be cranking this before it was mechanized. So what they had done is they built like a big hamster wheel, like you see the hamsters run in, and they used to put dogs in these, and the dogs were called turnspits. So the dogs had very short, crooked legs and long bodies, almost like a dachshund or a corgi or something like that. These dogs are now extinct because once this job became mechanized, people didn't need kitchen dogs anymore. And another thing the kitchen dogs used to do is they would follow people around, and you'd put them under your cloak to keep your legs warm, like a heater. So these dogs, although they worked and had a place in the house, nobody really cared for them. They were seen as working dogs, and yeah, they weren't prized pets. So that is the story of Laridon, pretty much. The other dog was bought by a nobleman who hunted, and he trained the dog to become a great hunter. And this dog became famous because he could hunt very well. He slayed dozens of stags and boars, and he was named Caesar. Caesar means king, Julius Caesar, or Tsar Nicholas. Tsar in Russia is the same as Caesar. It's just the Russian word. Kaiser, or in German, is the name of king. Yeah. So one dog was named Larry and worked in the kitchen. The other was named King and became a great hunting dog. And he learned to hunt while the other learned to walk in a treadmill type device and turn meat. So it said everybody thought that Caesar was wonderful and he became famous among the nobles and he was bred and everybody wanted one of these dogs. Meanwhile, Laradin, a vulgar dog that works or dances, timid creature, is basically Caesar's true antipodes. Now, what is an antipodes means? Anti means opposite, and podes means poles, the polar opposite. So, Laradin's offspring become Caesar's polar opposite. These fine, well-educated dogs and these lowly, vulgar kitchen dogs. And as time goes by, the race of the dogs that Laradon was the progenitor of become worse and worse while Caesar's offspring stay strong. So, what's the point of this? Well, basically, it says time, neglect, and luckless fate. So of these two dogs, you could say that Caesar was lucky. He was bought by the nobleman who took him hunting. You could say Laradin or Larry was unlucky. He was put to work in a kitchen. And neglect. Nobody cared about Laradin or his offspring. So bad luck over time. All his puppies and their puppies, they just degenerated. And that's the problem. And it says, wise men's sons turn simpletons. So what they're saying is, if you have a father or a grandfather who is a great man, they say that it takes 3 generations for a fortune to be wasted. So what usually happens is one generation, we're talking about men right now, but I'm sure you could talk about women, but just to keep it simple, one generation, the father makes a fortune, works really hard, scrimps, saves, sacrifices, makes every chance to build his fortune, works like a dog, doesn't take days off, stays focused, and accumulates a great fortune. And then his son inherits fortune, which means his son didn't have to work the way his father did. And the father, usually parents want a better life for their children. So the father who worked so hard and sacrificed everything and accumulated this great fortune kind of wants his son to have an easier time and a better life than he did. So this father inherits the money and doesn't work as hard and doesn't really build the fortune, kind of uses some of the fortune. And then this man's son, generation 3, inherits some money and basically is useless, and that's the end of the fortune. By the time this guy has a child, there's nothing left. It took 3 generations for the whole fortune to basically get built and wasted away to nothing. And this is usually the way it is. And a lot of times, parents think they're doing their kids favors by giving them an easy life and solving all their problems for them and helicopter parenting them, treating them like babies. There's a saying that, if you want to have eagles, then don't treat them like turkeys, or you're going to have turkeys. And that's basically it. One of the best things you can do for your children is to educate them. Teach them the importance. Don't solve all their problems. Don't make everything easy for them. Teach them how to solve their problems. Teach them to be self-sufficient. Help them out reasonably, but don't just make everything easy for them, because you're not doing them any favors that way. And these days, a lot of people are becoming very useless. Solving all the problems for people, giving handouts, socialist governments coming in and just giving people free money. You're not helping these people. Offering them education, yes, if they're going to take the education and work hard. If they want to be educated, give them the opportunity to be educated. Help them that way. Teach them that education is a lifelong pursuit. It never ends. School teaches you how to learn. That should be the goal of school. And then when you leave school, you should have the ability to reason, understand logic, be able to study and learn. Not, yay, I'm finished school, throw away the books and never learn a thing. And you should learn how to keep your body healthy. And you should learn about money and managing money and building wealth. And that's how you have a better life than your parents. You get a leg up, but you have to learn proper skills and the proper abilities. Socialism is different. Socialism is about, oh, these hard workers, they should give all their money to everybody else so that everybody has an easier time. Well, when everybody has an easier time and there's no struggle, you don't get the geniuses. The cream doesn't rise to the top. So, yes, I think people who are injured or diseased or deformed or through bad luck, accidents, things like this, yes, we should give them some money. We should help those people out. But there's a lot of people getting handouts that are quite capable of working and have no problems, but they learn to work the system and learn to get free money that they don't really need or deserve. So this is a problem. So anyway, what LaFontaine is doing is he's warning that, if you're a great man, make sure you stress education. Physical education, mental education, knowledge, wisdom, learning, not just for the mind, for the body as well. How to eat right, how to exercise, how to take care of the body, how to do practical things, keep your home economics, cooking, keeping a budget, or learning to manage money, learning to invest for your future, learning how to drive, learning how to change tires, learning simple repairs, things like this, practical things as well as more lofty things. If you just waste your time, eat junk food, don't take care of your body, don't take care of your mind, just drink and stay up late and act like a fool, well, you're going to squander your inheritance and your kids are going to be much worse off. Anyway, this video is getting long, something to think about. If you have anything you'd like to add below. Till next time, goodbye. Love you.